Welcome to Not Your Wellness Guru, the podcast for those who are done with the noise and ready to get back to how we were actually designed to heal. I'm Amanda, holistic health coach, herbalist, and rebel with a cause, here to help you unlearn all the wellness rules that never served you and remember the ones that always did. Around here, we trust the body, honor God's design, and make healing simple again. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by what health is supposed to look like, this space is for you. Quick note, this show is for education and encouragement. It's not medical advice, so always talk to a trusted health professional and follow what feels right to your body. Let's get into it. Welcome back to episode 3, all about the hidden energy thief that's in your gut. So if your digestion is off, your energy, it will be too. No matter what else you do. If you slept but still feel tired when you wake up, if you get that afternoon crash or brain fog that really doesn't have anything to do with sleep, you're going to want to stick around. Today, you'll learn why your gut matters for energy and what small steps you can take. We'll also go a little bit over the gut-brain link and how they work together in ways that you probably didn't know. So I thought digestion was just about avoiding stomach aches or bloating. As a kid, that's really all I knew about it. I then found out that I needed to eat better or healthy. So I ate things that I thought were healthy, and I thought that was fine. And then I realized that I was still having mood swings and brain fogs and energy crashes. That fatigue was linked to my gut health. And it wasn't until I started really looking at it for what it is and how it was designed and started working with that instead of against it that I really started seeing some positive shifts in my digestive system and in turn in my energy levels. So here's how the gut really works. Your gut is your body's fuel processing plant. It breaks down food, absorbs those nutrients, and then delivers that to the cells for energy. If you have poor digestion, you will have poor nutrient absorption, and then you will have low energy and brain fog. Your gut is literally called the second brain. Have you ever had that gut feeling? Well, it's because your gut is really closely tied to your nervous system. It actually has its very own nervous system. There's something called the gut-brain axis. That's where both of those nervous systems are in constant communication. This makes it to where your gut and your brain are so closely linked. It's something most people don't actually know. I didn't for a really long time. Another interesting fact is that serotonin, which is our happy hormone, is actually made and created in the gut and then used by the brain. So it really is important to our mental health that our gut health is at least on the up and up. Also, 70% of our immune system lives in our gut. So if you're someone that gets sick all the time, that may be a sign that your body's trying to tell you you may need to work on your gut health. That way your immune system has a good environment to live in. So here are some things that drain your energy, especially when it comes to gut health. Now, before we're going to add things, we're going to remove some things that can make digestion harder, starting with snacking and grazing. I know, we've all heard the don't eat 3 large meals a day, have 7 small snacks or small meals a day. Well, the science actually shows now that that's not really helpful to us. Our gut and our lives were designed for seasons, seasons of work, seasons of rest. And our gut needs a rest. It actually needs to rest in between meals and at night. So eating your meals and then giving your body some time to process that, digest it, and actually use it before eating another meal can really help your energy levels over time. Another thing that you could consider is not eating a really large meal or even a really big snack right before bed. When we go to sleep, our body should be using that time to rest and repair things and build up energy and dopamine levels for the next day. But if our body is busy digesting food while we sleep, then it's not actually getting any rest done. It's still at work, digesting and absorbing and trying to use the food that you just gave it. So it really is a good idea to go to bed without a bunch of heavy food on your stomach. Consider reducing liquids with your meals. That can dilute your stomach acid, which makes it harder for your body to digest food and can reduce absorption. I've also read that if you drink a lot with your meals, your body actually has to absorb all the water before it can start creating the stomach acid to break down the actual solid food that you've eaten. This slows down digestion and can make things harder on your body. We eat for energy and nutrients. And if that delivery system is delayed further by you drinking with your meal, it's probably not going to be the most helpful thing. Eating in a rush or while you're stressed can really slow digestion and absorption. So take a few deep breaths, say a prayer, have a moment of calm before you start eating. We have a family rule not to discuss stressful things at the dinner table. It can wait. Nothing's that important that you need to say it right then. We try to just discuss joyful topics. And if there's nothing good to talk about, we don't say anything at all when it comes to our food. So take some time, relax, and then eat. Once you've removed those things that can make digestion harder, then you can give your gut what it needs to do its job well. These things are simple. Start by chewing your food thoroughly. That's the first step in digestion is our mouth. We don't necessarily think of our mouth all the time as a part of our digestive system, but it's the very beginning of it. And if we chew our food thoroughly, it makes the process all that much easier on the rest of our digestive system. When you sit down and breathe or say prayer, show gratitude before you eat, that actually signals to our body and our nervous system that it can shift into rest and digest mode. The rest and digest mode is important. It's literally in the name. We need to do it to digest our food. So if your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight, if you're super stressed when you're eating, it can really be harmful to your digestive system and your energy levels. And if you're wanting to support your gut motility, adding a little bit of gentle movement after meals can be really helpful. We usually go on a stroll, not a walk, after dinner. This makes it low pressure. We don't need to walk really fast or run or jog. We just go outside for a simple stroll after dinner, and that helps our body start digesting things and really gets our body in a place where it can absorb those nutrients. Because if we're not absorbing them, we're wasting them. Also, I have read studies. There's a book called Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means. She actually talks about how having a short walk after eating can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 80%, which is insane and really helpful. So having a walk after a meal is definitely not going to be harmful for you. So better digestion is really about rhythm, not restriction. There are a ton of ways of eatings and diets out there that tell you what you can't have. What I've just laid out for you are things that it's not really restrictive to you at all. I didn't tell you not to eat French fries. I just gave you a few simple tips that you can start shifting things in the right direction. Just implementing a couple of the things we talked about today can give you so much more energy over time. Stay the course. You can do this. But for this week, I really just want you to focus on just one thing, whether it's chewing your food all the way, pausing, showing gratitude, prayer, and reducing your stress before you eat, or moving after your meals. Just pick one, try it. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try this week, and then you can come back and let us know how it's going. And remember, God designed our bodies with natural rhythms of work and rest, even when it comes to our digestive system. Next week, we'll be talking about how your diagnosis is not your identity and how you can step into healing with hope instead. Thanks for listening to Not Your Wellness Guru. If this episode gave you something to think about, something to feel, or something to unlearn, share it with a friend or leave a quick review. That is how this message spreads. You were never meant to hustle for health. You were designed to heal. Let's remember that together. See you next time.